So now you're ready to submit your bid. Before you submit your bid, this page gives a couple less commonly used options and displays your entire broken out bid line by flight attendant position. If you want to submit less than all bids, go to this drop-down menu and select how many lines you wish to bid. For example, suppose you have really high seniority and you only want to submit 10 bids, then you can do so here. These are the lines that will be submitted. As promised from an earlier video, if you want to first sequence all lines according to a particular flight attendant position, you can do so here. If you want to use this option, your previous work in sequencing your bids still matters, but it just becomes of secondary importance to the flight attendant position. So here are my top 3 choices for this bid: 80A, 80B, and 80C, before I've prioritized with flight attendant position. Suppose I want to resequence my bid so that all B lines come first. I'm indifferent between position D and C, but all A lines are my last choice. I would enable this criteria and reflect this choice by ranking the positions as follows. Then I click Update, and you can now see my first choice is still the 80 line, but now only the 80B line is at the top. All the B lines are my top choices. C and D lines are mixed in the middle according to their previous order. And the top A line is now line number 80, but it is still ranked lower than the lowest B, C, and D line, since that is how I set my preferences. Personally, I don't use this option since flight attendant position is not very important to me, but it might be useful for some of you. Lastly, for those of you who like to buddy bid, just input that information directly on the SWA Life page before you submit your bids below. You'll see how this works in a second. So we just saw this text box here. This is the full bid line that will actually be submitted to the SWA Life page. You can manually go in here and retype certain lines if you're brave, but it is important you keep the exact format, otherwise the program might get confused. The format is by a comma with no spaces, as you see here. Most people should not need to use this, but it's a final bit of flexibility for special cases not previously handled. When you're ready to submit your bids, scroll to the bottom of the page. You will need to use an upload tool to get your bids to the SWA EBS page. To do so, make sure this website and the SWA bid submissions pages are both open on your computer using Internet Explorer. This also means that for now, you can only upload your bids on a Microsoft computer. Don't be confused with the Edge browser, which looks similar, but actually is a different browser. If you don't already see the Internet Explorer icon on your computer, search for the Internet Explorer and click Open. If your SWA Life bidding page looks strange in Internet Explorer, it's likely your compatibility settings. Instructions for fixing this problem are here. If you want to input buddy bid information, do so on the SWA Life page before clicking Submit on the website. Also, clear out any previous submissions on your SWA Life page as well before clicking Submit. Once you're ready, click Submit here. Your firewall will probably throw up a few scary warnings asking you if you want to run an unverified script. This script is, of course, completely harmless, so click Open through these warnings. In about 30 seconds, your bid will be submitted. What's nice about this is that all your bids are submitted on the SWA Life page like you would normally see, and you'll receive the usual confirmation email from SWA Life in your inbox. If you happen to have a particularly stubborn firewall that will not let this script run, instructions for getting around this problem are found here. As you can see, your entire bid line is now transferred to your SWA Life page with the usual confirmation. Please send me your feedback on the contact page, and thanks so much for watching.